Well, let's be honest. Foldables over the last couple years have been on the scene. Some may call them flashy, but for me, this is a simple conversation starter. It's cool to flip it open like back in 2005 we had the Razor Flip, but is it practical in today's age? I don't know. That's up to you. But what I do know is they're very expensive, they're fragile, and full of kinks that haven't 100% been worked out for regular people that just decide to stick to your basic iPhone or maybe a Galaxy S Ultra. But here in 2025, I believe the tide has shifted. We have two foldable phones fighting for our attention: the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE, which is a mouthful, and the Motorola Razr Plus. Two great designs, two different philosophies. One big question: which one should you actually buy? Well, you came to the right place. I've been following both of these phones very closely, especially since the launch of the Galaxy Flip a couple weeks ago at Samsung's event. And I've seen some early reviews from creators that I trust. I've gone in-store, played with both of them side by side, and I got a decent feel. So we're gonna be breaking down the performance, the design, the camera, even the battery and the software that comes with these beauties. And at the end of the day, I hopefully will give you what to decide, whether or not it's the Galaxy or the Motorola, or honestly, it may not be either one, and you may just simply be sticking to your regular iPhone and say, you know, foldables, come holler at me in another couple years. Because one of the biggest things that have been a detractor for those has been the price. Yes, we're talking anywhere between $1,200, $1,500. And the Fold, the brand new premium from Galaxy and Samsung, it's running at $2,000. And that's a lot for a first-time user. Now, the real competition are the phones that are under 1K, which brings me to the 7 FE, which starts at $899. And with trade-ins or some carrier promos that I've been dropping lately, you could actually get it a little bit lower. Now, the Razr Plus technically comes in at $1,099. However, with, again, promos and with it going on sale, you can definitely catch this under $1,000, roughly looking at maybe $899 or even $999, depending on the day and time. But both of them are going to give you that premium hinge with a high fresh OLED display. It's coming with that 5G ultra wide, and it delivers that what we call flip life in a very different way. So let's start with the design and the display. The Flip 7 has a 6.7-inch OLED main screen that comes in 120 Hz, bright, sharp, and very color accurate. Samsung always delivers when it comes to that. The cover display is a 3.4-inch, great when it comes for notification, widgets, and even some, which I've seen watching your own YouTube videos. That's a flex. Now, it's thinner than last year and has an improved hinge feel, which keeps its IPX8 water accuracy and resistance. Now, for the Razr Plus, it goes a little bit bigger with a 6.9-inch OLED and a sleeky 165 Hz screen. And the cover display was slightly smaller at 4 inches. Almost the same size as some budget phones, and it comes nearly with any Android app on full screen. So we're talking about texting, maps, your TikTok, Instagram. You're gonna be able to get to capture those beautiful things and be able to see what your viewers want you to see. It's lighter too, with a fun vegan leather option. Now, the Flip 7 fans love Samsung's polish and durability, whereas the Razr Plus owners rave on living on the screen cover. It's not just for glances, it's for real use. On performance, this is where the two take very different paths. One went left, and like Lonzo and Jello, I might swerve in that corner, and I'm going right. Samsung is using their in-house Exynos 2400 with 8 GB of RAM. It's great for when we're talking day-to-day, smooth at multitasking, AI features, but heavily gaming can push it to its limits, which can be a detractor for some people who like mobile gaming. Versus the Razr Plus is running off of Snapdragon's 8 Gen 3 processor. That means better sustainability when it comes to performance, especially gaming, editing videos, and demanding apps. So that's definitely somewhere where you need to decide, what do you want? Are you more on the day-to-day light at it, or are you somewhere who wants to do heavy high-tech productivity apps? If you saw raw speed, Motorola has the edge, but Samsung has the advantage on long-term sustainability with Galaxy AI features in its DeX mode, which lets you connect wireless up to a monitor for desktop-like experience. Cameras, both of these have a 50 megapixel main with a 12 megapixel ultra wide on the back with a 10 megapixel selfie, which is slightly down, but I mean, hey, who's really using the selfie camera with the flip. Samsung is going to provide this winningness consistency when it comes to their processor, and it's better at low light, more balance on the colors, and responsible and reliable point shoot for your beginner shooters. Motorola, however, for real life content creators who don't want to necessarily get a secondary or DSLR camera, this is good for vlogging and social content, because with the bigger screen, you can frame yourself more perfectly with utilizing that and not worried about a crop sensor. You can even film vertical shorts without ever opening up your phone, which I think is crazy. Just imagine pulling your phone out and just recording in the palm of your hand. Yeah, some people say, well, the iPhone does that, or the S25 Ultra. Yeah, but you got the flex of the flip. Battery life, both are rocking a 4,000 milliamp hour cell, which is cool, but there's a catch. Samsung's charging is still stuck at 25 watts, while Motorola charges faster, which means if you need to top yourself off, pause. What did I just say?
Oh my God!
If you need to top the battery in the middle of the day, your Motorola is going to be better. Both have wireless charging, so there's no loss there. In software and longevity, Samsung takes this one by a mile. With One UI 8 in Android 16 and 7 years of security updates, what are you complaining about? I have some, but that's for another video. Motorola has the UX, which is clean, fun, and customizable, and only 3 years of OS updates for security, so it's kind of newer. So if you plan on keeping your phone more than 3 years, that's going to make a huge difference, and I would tell you lean more towards the Galaxy Z Flip. So which one should you get? Depends who you are and what your audience, and I will give you reasons for both. Go with the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE if with long-term updates, a proven ecosystem, and better still photography, and an industry leading when it comes to durability. If you want a Motorola, you would go with this if you want a more usable cover screen in gaming, faster charging, and a lighter build and better performance. For most people though, the Flip 7 is going to be your safe buy. Most people recognize Samsung, not saying Motorola is not an industry leader, but in today's day, people will usually go with Samsung. Again, it ages better, it supports you longer, so you don't have to upgrade all the time, and it integrates perfectly with other Samsung devices if you're in that ecosystem. But for my tech enthusiasts who want to live on the cover edge, push that flip phone like no other, the Razr Plus is going to be more exciting and more durable long term. Foldables under $1,000 aren't an experiment anymore. They're finally competing on value. So which one wins for you? Samsung? Safe bet. Motorola, you're gonna be bold with some flexibility, maybe? Drop your choice in the comments, because I'm curious to know, are you team Samsung or are you team Motorola? And if you want to deep dive into the latest foldable phone with Apple coming in 2026, check out my next video and I'll catch you there. As I always say, stay locked in, stay blessed, peace.